It's the third of the Triple Crown races to be run this year, and it's the only one that seems somewhat out of place to its traditional slot. Let's talk about the 24 Hours Le Mans, which starts, well, for me now, tomorrow. It starts in, don't do maths on the fly, about like 16 hours or so. But yeah, let's talk about it, and let's start off by talking about the weather. It looks like it's going to remain dry throughout. In terms of precipitation, I think the maximum is around 32%. That's about 5 PM, so quite near the start of the race itself. But in terms of temperatures, predictions seem to be a lowest point of around 16 degrees and a highest point of about 23 degrees. That's quite consistent. So it seems like a lot of the kind of issues that will be happening, especially through the night, will be due to just regular kinds of issues, like back markers getting involved in scraps by accident, or just general unreliability. And that brings me on to talk about the race itself, with 5 different hypercars. The 2 Toyota offerings, 2 from Glickenhaus and 1 from Alpine, is the grandfathered kind of LMP1. But in addition to that, we have a 25-entry LMP2 field, 8 LMGT Pros, 23 AMs, and of course a Garage 56 entry, which uses adaptive controls. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out with the 84. What's quite nice for this season as well is the freedom to choose whichever car number you want. So we have the number 1 Richard Mille Racing Team with Tatiana Calderon, Sofia Flörsch and Beitske Visser behind the wheel. That's one that I've been following for, well, since they last season did European Le Mans Series. Also keep an eye out for, in LMP2, the 74, the only Ligier in the field. The rest of them are Oricas, apart from the Alris, which is an Orica. And you've got 2 of them. And then an LMGTE, last minute BOP changes, with Ferrari having a couple of extra litres taken out, in addition to the couple of litres that they lost and some of the boost pressure that they lost ahead of, what was it, Hyperpole they were calling it yesterday. In addition to that, the Corvette seems to have gotten a bit of a buff. Weight reduction, but at the same time 1 litre taken out of its maximum capacity. And let's talk about how qualifying lines up. It's the 7 from the 8 on the front row in Hypercar, with the 36 ahead of the 2 Glickenhaus cars. In LMP2, it's Jota from WRT, then Panish Racing, G-Drive, and then the 2 United Autosports cars. That's the cars that made it through to Hyperpole. If you're looking for the Garage 56 entry, they are 28th overall, just behind the Richard Mille Racing Team. In the GTE Pro, it was Hub Auto that took it from AF Corsa with the lead Corvette in the 3rd place. And then after that, in GTE AM, it was Dempsey Proton who took the pole position from GR Racing from Team Project 1. And then we have one withdrawal. The IDEX Sport ended up withdrawing after 2 heavy crashes. I believe one was in practice, like pre-event test, and the other one was in free practice 3 yesterday. But it's fair enough. They were saying that it was going to be too risky given the amount of rebuilds they've already had to do. It's a shame to lose somebody before the race even starts, but sadly that can be what it can be in endurance racing. All we can say though, if you look at how close some of the qualifying times are, I mean, in regular qualifying it was only 2.6 seconds between the number 7 TGR and 38 Jota, with the Jota actually out-qualifying the 709 Glickenhaus. It's going to be very close if these hypercars spend a lengthy amount of time in the pits. And this is a very realistic chance for a P2 not only to get a podium overall, but to go for a win. If you have the famed misfortune that something like Car 7 has had, even though it's gotten 4 out of the last 5 pole positions, or the Glickenhaus reportedly only having brakes that survive for 6 hours, or just Alpine having sometimes some rotten luck. It's going to be quite a battle for them to get back through. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll give my thoughts after the race on Sunday. And I hope to see you all around. Bye-bye for now.